Hello, all. Welcome to Tutor's Pride. So, if you are a person who is struggling in life, if you are a person who want to be healthy, wealthy, if you are a person who wants to be rich, then this is a webinar. It's a must-attend webinar for you. In fact, we would like to welcome one of our coaches, one of my mentors, who had been helping me since the year 2013. So today we have with us Sheila Ram Mohan Garu. Sheila is a Master Spirit Life Coach and the author of the Author Academy Award nominated book I Complete Me. So she's also a psyche practitioner and a metaphors of movement coach, using your word palette to help you figure out the issues in your life and the solution. She is passionate about helping people expand their consciousness and live in their highest truth, known for her tough love. So she pushes you to the edge so that you can fly. మీరు ఎవరైనా టీచర్స్ కానివ్వండి, ట్యూషన్ టీచర్స్ కానివ్వండి, ఆర్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఏ ట్రైనర్ ఆర్ ఎ కోచ్ ఆర్ ఎ స్పీకర్, this is a must attend session. In fact, I would like to thank our founder, Dr. Ankam Garu, for this wonderful opportunity. And if you are watching this live, I would suggest you to comment or leave your comment there in the comment section. And so please give a big round of applause to Sheila Ram Mohan. She also is an expert in her field. Mainly, she's an international certified master spirit life coach, and she has been awarded the honorarium through the International Coaching Federation, ICF. She's also a registered NLP-K practitioner, and her book, I Complete Me. If you just Google Sheila Ramon, you'll find lots of her videos. You'll find her book launch, lots of pictures. So, everybody, please put your hands together for Sheila Ram Mohan. Thank you, Sheila, for wonderful opportunity. Thank you for being with us this evening.
Yeah, thank you, Raj. That was quite an introduction. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So it's over to you.
Okay.
Just let us know. Uh, you can start over, or you can give your intro. You can
Yeah.
take over.
Okay. I'll just take over. Can I share my screen? Is that
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Just a moment. Let me just check.
You also have. Do you have the
Yeah.
screen control? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have it. This is okay.
Yeah.
This
Cool.
I
Yeah.
think.
Cool. Yeah. We can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So today, welcome to whoever is here. Raj, actually, right now, if I'm sharing the screen, I cannot see the comments. So you'll have to tell me if there are any comments which
Yeah. Yeah.
come in.
I think no. The comment section is still will be visible. I think. Can you see this?
No,
Again,
I
back
can't.
to. Oh, okay. Fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'll read it out for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Or we can make it a full screen. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll just make it a full. Okay.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
So, welcome to my money story. Now, when we're talking about money, there is one thing, actually, there are three things that we do when we ever have a money problem. Let me know if you've done any of these things. The first thing that we do is complain. Every
That is.
time there is lack of money, we keep complaining, complain about the economy, complain about how Ligada price has become so much and how eggs are costing so much, how I cannot eat non-veg now. You complain. You'll even complain about how much the education costs and how people are not paying. So we just complain. Does it help? Maybe
No.
it helps you relieve some stress, but does it give you a solution? It will not give you a solution at all. The second thing that we do is we completely cut off. What do I mean by that? That means we stop picking up phone calls, we stop going out, we stop socializing. Now, with Corona times, anyway, you cannot go out much, but you stop even taking phone calls because you're afraid which one might be from the bank asking you for the money, which is the one that might be from some friend whom you borrowed money from. So you just cut off people. Now, again, does this help? Absolutely
No.
not, because the brain that created your issues cannot find a solution. So you need help from other people. And when you cut that off, you are actually cutting your entire lifeline. The third thing that we do is we start constricting and conserving. That means now instead of using Airtel and Tata Sky, you'll say, okay, let me go to the local cable guy. Instead of using Airtel postpaid, you'll say, let me change this now to Geo, where for 300 rupees, I'll get for 84 days or 90 days. And you start cutting back on all these things. Is it good
Okay.
to cut back? It is okay
Uh,
to cut back. But if you're cutting back out of the fear
yeah,
that money is not going to remain, then it becomes a very difficult thing. Then it's really not the nice thing to do. Now what I want you to understand is, you remember when you were young, you were told that money does not grow on trees.
that is right.
Yes, you heard, right? So here I'm going to actually show you your money tree. Now in this money tree, if you look, there are leaves, right? Now what about the leaves? The leaves on the tree, they come and then they fall off, new leaves appear. Now in your money situation, every money issue that you have is just a symptom. It's like the leaves of the tree. What do I
Wow.
mean by that? You have EMI problems, that is a symptom, that is a leaf on your tree. You don't have a
Okay.
house of your own, that's a symptom, it's a leaf
Yeah,
on the tree. You don't have enough students who you can tutor, that is a symptom, that is a leaf on your tree.
that is
You
right.
get what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
can't pay off your loans, that is a leaf on your tree. And like all leaves of a tree, these leaves will fall off, new leaves will appear. Normally what do we do when we have a problem? We try to take care of this. We have a problem with EMI, we borrow money, pay off the EMI, that leaf is okay, that leaf has gone off. But then again another leaf will come. So those, you start finding that no matter how much money you have, you're always struggling with these, what I call the symptoms, the leaves of the trees. The next thing that we have is, again, the branches of the tree. The branches of the tree, if you cut off the branch of the tree, does it come back? Of course it
no,
comes
it
back.
it doesn't. Yeah,
It
it
comes
does.
back. You have to, Raj, have to come for my horticultural class where I'll show you how trees, which all parts grow again. Now, if you cut
Okay.
the branch, new branches come back. You know
Yeah,
how it is when you want to make a tree into a bush, you start cutting the branches so that new branches keep coming up from wherever you've cut. So
yeah,
that is what is known as branches. And these are the emotions that you have around money. So what are the emotions that we normally have around money? There is fear, there is panic, there is anxiety. Am I right? There is
that is
shame,
right.
there is guilt, there is humiliation. There are so many of these emotions which are there, which are attached to money. And again, just like the leaves, the branches also, these emotions also, let's say you start changing, they'll come back. You are very stressed, you're feeling very anxious, you come to Sheila's class, you learn a meditation technique, you go back
Yeah,
and you apply that, you feel less stressed for that 1 hour or 2 hours.
that is right.
Again, it comes back. There is no permanent solution here. Then you have what, the trunk of the tree. Now the trunk, again, if you cut it, an entirely new tree can come. And this is the experiences or the beliefs that we've had, sorry, the experiences that we've had during childhood. So what happened in your house while you were growing up? Were there a lot of fights around money?
Yeah,
Maybe one of your parents passed away really very early in your life and you were left insecure. Maybe there was a separation, maybe there was a divorce, maybe one parent left the house and went away, and there was lot of anxiety and fear. All these become your conditioning around money. I have people who've been brought up by their grandparents and they've always felt abandoned and not good enough. All these things create your experiences even around money. And but the root of this entire thing is actually the root of the tree, which are the beliefs or the labels that you give yourself. So what are the labels that you give yourself? I'm not very good with money, people like me, people from my community can make only this much money, in this kind of a profession I can earn only this much. What are your beliefs around money?
yeah,
I don't have the education to earn enough money. Those are all the beliefs that we have, and whatever are the seeds that you're sowing in your ground, that is the money tree that you're going to have.
Oh, okay.
Are you with me so far?
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on this.
Okay.
So with respect to well, we have Vamsi Pawan.
Okay. Okay.
He just commented saying nice concept, Raj, but that's okay.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, with respect to the conditioning which is there in the in during our childhood days, so it is
Yeah.
the foundational. Mainly, it's the kind of conditioning which we have on the belief of money, right?
Yes. It is
Okay.
around. So the thing is, if your money tree is with seeds like doubt, seeds like fear, seeds like I'm not good enough with money, or money does not come easily to me. I have to work really very hard for my money. I don't know
Okay.
what are the seeds that you have. If these are the seeds that you have, and these are the seeds you put in your subconscious mind, that is the tree which is going to grow.
Okay.
So one thing you have to understand very, very, very clearly is that we all have a blueprint, just like how we have a blueprint when we're building houses. We have a blueprint for everything in our life, whether it's money, whether it's relationship, whether it's health, the kind of job that we do, the money that we make, everything there is a blueprint. And unless you change that blueprint, nothing you know, nothing you learn, and
Okay.
nothing you ever do is ever going to get you money. Now,
Oh,
this becomes very scary for a lot of people when they hear it. So I want you to be a little scared, because I want you to understand that what is it that is going to make you money? It's the subconscious blueprint. So you have to change your subconscious blueprint so that you can start creating money.
okay.
Now, this is a question that I want to ask. If I say money is the root of, what would you say?
Everybody's as the I mean, as the quotations which are there, everybody out there says money is the root of all evil, but
Yeah.
money is the best solution. So, in fact, everybody would by default అందరూ డబ్బులు అంటే కష్టాలతో కూడుకున్నది డబ్బులు అంటే
Yes.
it's only the negative blueprint which we have right from childhood days because
Yeah.
double only rich people kuntai rich people are greedy or they are like filthy rich or they don't
Mm,
care about poor,
very
so
nice.
it's a
Yeah.
negative self talk which goes on.
Yeah.
uh, but again the blueprint is something, I guess it's the self talk about money or the
Yeah. So if
environment
you're
talk.
saying the moment I say money is the root of, I don't even have to say anything. People will say automatically, they'll say evil, which means deep down, that is what you believe. You believe that money is the root of all evil. So when you have a subconscious belief that money is the root of all evil, and you are not evil, right? You are all, if you're here watching me, that means you're all good people, because I would be reflecting only good people here. So if you have a belief like that and you're not evil, you will never create money. Now the thing is, that is not the full quote is the love of money is the root of all evil, which means if money becomes an obsession, it becomes a junoon, it becomes something that you keep thinking about, and you'll do anything to create money, that is the root of all evil. So
Okay.
you Raj, you already mentioned, like you mentioned, that I'm a metaphors of movement coach, and one of my biggest interests has been always listening to what people say. And because of this listening to what people say, I have realized this one thing, that when you hear what people say and you look at their lives, you'll see that there is a correlation, because what you speak becomes true for you. What you speak creates the reality of your life. So it doesn't matter what you learn and what you do and what you create. Like I said initially, nothing you do is going to change it unless you change that subconscious blueprint. Now, even among the community of people, of tutors who are attached, there will be some tutors who will be doing really well given the
That's right.
same opportunity, and there will be some who will struggle even to get students, or if they
Yeah,
get students, then they'll not. So
that's
what is
right.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's one condition which I wanted to highlight,
Yeah.
Sheila. As in,
Hmm.
many tutors, they struggle very hard for 5,000 rupees or
Yes.
10,000 rupees. They will not have
Yeah.
money attracted to them, or they'll not have enough tuition students. So
Hmm.
their daily expenditure, the monthly expenditure, weekly expenditure, పాలకు డబ్బులు ఉండవు ఇంట్లో ఏమన్నా
Hmm.
కొందామంటే, ఆర్ మేబీ
Hmm.
ఇంట్లో సరుకులకు డబ్బులు ఉండవు, కూరగాయలు
Hmm.
కొందామన్నా ఆలోచిస్తారు.
Hmm.
People,
Hmm.
I know lots of tutors who struggle hard because their past
Yeah.
conditioning. That
Hmm.
blueprint is some secret which I wanted you to share it with all the teachers.
Yes.
We have
Yeah.
Dantala Sudhakar Garu who is talking about money roots, the kind
Hmm.
of explanation which you have given.
Hmm.
I guess
Hmm.
it's, he says the explaining is superb as in terms of how the emotions and the leaf,
Yeah.
the way you put it across in the image.
Hmm.
And also, I
Hmm.
guess we have Dr. Ankam Garu who is commenting, probably one of
Yeah.
our team members who is also using
Okay.
the Tutors Pride account. Said, Madam, well
Hmm.
said. So
Okay.
thank you so much, Dantal Sudhakar Rao sir. So one secret which I wanted you to give, Sheila, I know the kind of conditioning which I had
Hmm.
because my dad, I know, like though I attended your session in 2013, and ever
Hmm.
since then you were like a good friend, mentor, coach for me.
Hmm.
The kind of negative talk which I have with money,
Yeah.
even if I spend 1,000 rupees, or by the end of the month I don't have enough money left out, I
Hmm.
always think about the scarcity of the money. Or
Hmm.
jeblo డబ్బులు లేవు, I don't have
Yeah.
enough money. But does
Yeah.
the thought itself, if I think myself, oh, I have 1 lakh rupees, or if I think I have abundant in my life, just
Hmm.
keeping that positive thought, will it help?
See, we are not talking about positive thought or negative thought. What we are doing is we are talking about how to do right thinking. And
Okay,
right
right.
thinking is, you can't even say that now you have this fear that you don't have money in your pocket, and because of that you are going to change it and say, okay, I have lots of money. But you're in your deep down in your mind, you know that you don't have, and the feelings are which the universe is responding to. Now
So it is
I want to,
vibration.
yes, the vibration, because we are all, if you remember your science lessons, you know that we are all atoms and molecules.
That
Okay,
is right.
I am atom and molecule, you are made of atoms and molecules, my laptop is made of atoms and molecules, this table that I'm sitting on, my computer, everything is atoms and molecules.
That's
And
true.
even our thoughts are created, they're all energy, they're all made of fine this thing. Now the thing is, we are gross energy, so the atoms and molecules vibrate slowly, which is why you can see the form.
Yeah,
Now, if we were vibrating really fast, like our thoughts, you wouldn't even be able to see it. Which is why there
yeah.
is a theory that once you start vibrating really high, you can walk through your door and you can walk through walls. Now, if you want to learn
Wow.
that, you can come back to come to me. So,
Now we have one quick question. We have probably
yeah,
our directors might be commenting, our MD, one of
yeah,
our,
huh,
I mean, Dr. Ankam Garu probably. So
yeah,
during Corona or COVID-19 for past 3 to 4 months, there are
yeah,
tutors who struggle to make a couple of thousands, a couple of lakhs, be it
yeah,
online or offline, because
yeah,
there's nobody coming there. But
hmm,
how to convert knowledge into money? Whatever the knowledge which we have, how do I
yeah,
convert my thoughts into tangible money? I'll
yeah,
just populate the question:
correct.
how to convert
Yeah.
knowledge into money? I mean,
Absolutely. So this is what this is. We are still only around 18 minutes into the
oh,
show.
okay.
So this is something that
Really?
I'm definitely going to take up and
Uh,
show you what are these things that you're saying, which is actually would be stopping the money from coming to your life. Now, see, if you're struggling with money, if I say things like this, you will say that you know what, I should throw some rotten tomatoes at you. How can you say it's easy to earn money? It is very easy to earn money. The only thing that you have to do is change what you're thinking here. Change what you're thinking here. Now, I just saw a comment which said that what is the blueprint for earning money? Everyone's blueprint for earning money is different, and I will just share the screen, and I'll show you how your blueprint is formed. Now the
yeah,
thing is, most of us are not aware of this, which is why we just go around thinking what you're thinking and talking what we're talking. So I'll show you how your blueprint is formed.
yeah,
Okay, so this is something that I had learned in my years of learning about various things. One of the things that I learned is that our life is made of four parts, which is E, M, S, and P. So now EMSP
Okay.
does not stand for English, math, science, or physics. It does not. It stands for E stands for emotions. Now, emotions that we have, they are inside of us. Am I right? We feel things inside of us. That is inside.
Okay.
The
Could you please
M
hit
here
the full
stands for,
screen? Yeah. Could you hit the
yeah, just a moment. Yeah,
full screen? It is
I'll do
visible,
that.
but again, the slides on the left, I see the Tiha Vekar
Okay.
image. It's like taking away the curiosity. Okay, cool. This is fine.
Okay. Curiosity kill the cat.
Yeah.
The
EMS.
E is
Yeah.
the emotions which we feel inside of us. M is the thoughts, mental thoughts. Now, when we say you're mental, if you think about it, actually all of us are mental only, because all the time there are thoughts which are going on in our head. All the time we are talking to ourselves, we have voices, we are hearing our parents' voice inside. It says that there are about 60,000 thoughts that we think in a day, and repeatedly
Wow.
there are certain thoughts that we think, which then become your beliefs or the labels that you give yourself. And these labels are from which you start acting out. So if you keep saying that, I'm not good with money, I'm not good with money, I'm not good with money, that becomes one belief, and it becomes firm, and then you definitely not attract any money. So that's your M. Your thoughts again are inside of you, they are not outside. Inside you're thinking those thoughts. Your S here stands for
Okay.
spirituality. What is spirituality? Nothing to do with religion. Spirituality is your personal development, your personal growth. What are you doing to become better? And now that
Okay.
again is inside of you. Everything that you learn is inside of you. And this P is the physical world that we live
Okay.
outside. Now, when I say the physical world, the house that we want, the
Okay.
car that we want, the spouse that we want, the students that we want, the money that we want, everything is out in the physical world. It is outside of us. Now I want to
Okay.
just draw your attention to this, that 75% of our life, or 3/4 of our life, is inside of us, and only 1/4
Oh,
is outside. And yet 95% of the time we are focusing on our outside world. How do you
wow.
think things will change when 3/4 of your life is inside? Which is why you have to control your emotions, your thoughts, and your learnings about money. Only then that will manifest in your physical world. Now, the bridge between your inside world and your outside world, it's not that you keep thinking about money and money will manifest itself. No. Between the inside world and the outside world, there is a bridge, which is action. But the action can be taken only after you change your emotions, the thoughts that you have around money, and the what are the learnings you have around money. Again, I want to come back to the science lesson where I said we are like all like atoms and molecules, right? We are all
That's right.
vibrating. So it is like, let's say you want to listen to Fever FM. you know I think Fever comes on 94.3. Now you know that Fever comes on 94.3, but you have tuned in your FM radio to 100.101 or whatever, Rainbow FM. Now you switch on Rainbow FM
That's
and you're
right.
saying, I want uh, what was that? Fever. I want Fever FM. I want Fever FM.
Fever FM.
You're going on
Yeah.
saying I want Fever FM, but Fever FM comes on 94.3. So unless you're tuned into the Fever FM, you will never be able to hear it. Similarly, money vibrates with
Okay.
joy, it vibrates with happiness, it vibrates with love, it vibrates with gratitude. And what are the emotions that we normally have around money? We have fear, we have anxiety, we have shame, we have humiliation, we have stress. These are the feelings. So you see, there is a mismatch. And then sitting in these
Yeah,
emotions
there is.
and these thoughts, we cannot create the money that we want. So which is why the must first primary thing when you want to change your blueprint is to work on these that we have. Now I have learned from variety of people, and especially I started doing it because I was very interested in this concept of money. I come from a very middle class family. My dad was a stenotypist in one of the factories. And when I was just 15 years
Wow.
old, he lost his job. And from the age of 15, I have been working. I started by giving tuitions. I worked as a sales girl. I started working right from the time that I was 15 years old. And then I've been working in the hotel industry, in the advertising, pharmaceutical industry, in the advertising industry. And I slowly started going. And one thing I remembered even from then is that no matter how much money I made, there were always these things that my dad kept saying and mom kept saying, which kept popping up. And that's why when I realized that there is a different way to make money, I started working with various coaches. Now, Harv Eker has been my primary coach as far as money is concerned, and Margaret Lynch is another coach that I worked with on a very deep level to create money. I've also worked with all these other coaches. Erica Murray is my business coach. Louise Hay was my first coach. Rich Letwin is another coach that I work with. I've also worked with Andrew
Wow.
Austin, Dr. Michael Beckwith, Neil Donald Walsh. These are all my coaches. Why am I showing you my coaches? It's because I believe that to learn anything, you have to learn from different people. And this is a
That's true.
story that I want to share. The thing is, there's a story of this guy who's just moved into a new colony, and then everything was very good about the colony, except that he had a neighbor who would be sitting out in the porch, and there is a dog who would be sitting and howling every day. The dog is howling. Woo, woo, woo. It was very annoying for this guy. Every day he would walk past and he would see this guy who's
Okay.
sitting and drinking chai, and the dog is howling. Woo. One day he stopped and he asked this guy, "Why is your dog crying?" So he said, "It's because he's sitting on a
Oh, okay.
nail." So
Oh.
the man said, "So why is he not getting up?" He's saying, "Because he's not, it is still not painful enough." So this is what I want to
Oh,
ask you.
okay.
When I sat on the nail and it started becoming very painful, I got up and I did something. My question to you is, are you going to do that? You said you want to know what the blueprint is to
Okay.
create
So only
money,
when
right?
it is
So I'm
painful.
asking
Yeah.
you, only when it is painful, because most of us keep
Yeah.
sitting on our nails and complaining, crying, "Woo," howling like a dog, but not getting up and doing something. We only start getting up and doing
Yeah.
something when everything falls apart around us, and then the pain is so unbearable. Then we'll start and do it. Which means when you have zero money in your bank account, that's when you start up and say, "Oh my God, I need to find money to pay my EMI, next month's EMI I don't have. Oh my God, I don't have any students for next month. So let me do some marketing. Let me do something to get some students." What happens here is you're trying to create that with an emotion of fear and anxiety. Now,
Yeah.
it's
It's
like
always the
Google.
fear and anxiety, which is
Yeah, fear and
uh,
anxiety. And all this is, it's like a
how do we
Google
get rid
search
of that
thing.
fear and anxiety? How
Okay, I will show you.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
How
worry.
rid of that fear and
I
anxiety? How
know.
the
See,
fear
the
of
thing is,
not
you have
having
to
money?
go,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to go step by step by step by step, right? You can't go to college after doing only KG
Yeah,
class.
that's
So we are still in KG. Wait, I'll tell you.
right. Okay,
So
okay. Cool.
yeah. So what
Okay,
I've
wow.
realized is that we have moved from an occupational to an entrepreneurial era. Occupational era means there was farming and there was manufacturing, so people lived in lack and they lived in limitation. Now here, entrepreneurial, everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. Everyone wants to have their own business. What is an entrepreneurial era? Entrepreneur like? They will create things, they will generate things, and it is about expansion. But you see, even though we are in entrepreneurial era, we are still thinking like a occupational mindset. We have upgraded our mobiles, we have upgraded our laptops. We no longer run on Windows 95, right? We are running on what, Windows 10 or whatever we are running. Our mobiles are
That's
running on
true.
the newest, what is it, Blueberry, Strawberry, whatever you have, or your iOS 13, 14 we are running on. Yet our mindsets are still 200 years back. I'm just asking you this question. If your
Yeah, that's true.
mindset is in lack, how can you create anything? Because why did you change your operating system on your laptop? Because the old software, the new programming no longer runs on that old software. So if you need to change and have new programs in your life, you have to change the software. So how are these blueprints formed? Which was a very important question that you asked. It's formed by everything that we hear. Now, when you're born, you start listening to things, and everything that your parents say about money. For instance, what are the things that you heard about money? Raj, what did you hear? Let's ask our viewers also. What are the things that they heard about money? Have you heard things like
Yeah,
money is the
what
root
is
of
the
all
thing which you
evil?
heard about money? Just
Yeah.
put in your comments, Vamsi, if you are watching, still watching. What are the things which you heard about money? Put in the comments below. In fact, okay, the live link has been sent to everybody in the group out there. Normally, we do live at 7 p.m., 7 to 9, which goes.
Okay, so that's why
So
they'll
most of
come in a
them,
little late.
it's like most of them maybe anyway due to Corona, nobody is traveling. We know that for the fact.
Okay. Yeah.
We know there are no traffic jams. There's nobody commuting.
Hmm.
So we thought again to put the title of this entire webinar series as ఆన్లైన్లో లక్షలు ఎలా సంపాదించాలి. I know for the fact that I've earned couple of lakhs. I wouldn't say crores
Hmm.
online,
Hmm.
but I've earned couple of lakhs during the
Hmm.
COVID-19 or during the
Yeah.
last pandemic of 6 months or 3 to 4 months, even from March
Yeah.
till July or August now.
Yes.
I know for the fact that you have earned couple of lakhs. Again, I wouldn't say crores, but
Hmm.
again, people wouldn't have that belief. As in, people, it's
Yeah.
again the end of the day vibrational. We know when it comes to one-on-one coaching or
So
the group
yeah,
coaching.
because yeah, our business has increased exponentially in during COVID times, and if
That's right.
all the instead of the local online and on ground classes, we start did everything online, and we had a reach. We have people now joining us from all over the world for our classes. So we've been very
That's true.
surprised and very
That's true.
pleasantly pleased at how things have changed. A lot of my clients have got new jobs, better paying jobs during COVID. So it's nothing to do with the COVID actually. You remember? So again, I'm coming back to how we are
Oh,
conditioned.
it's
Everything
a
that we
nine.
hear becomes
God.
yeah. So the what did you hear? Like for instance, you have to work hard for your money. Money does not grow on trees. I know my mom used to keep saying that money does not grow on trees. Money does not grow on trees. Things like jitni chadar ho utna pair phailana chahiye, right? And or rich
That's true.
people are arrogant, rich people are evil. When you have things like this, everything that you heard from your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your teachers, your media, when you go out, you start listening to radio, you start reading newspaper, your religious leaders talk to you. All that becomes the things that we hear, and that becomes the first layer of your blueprint. The next thing is everything that we see. So, what did you see in your life? Everything that you see in your life has conditioned you. Now, one thing you must remember is that when we watch others and we learn, when you're born, you didn't know how to walk. You saw people coming and going, and you saw that there was something happening, which is why you turned on your belly, you got up on your knees, and you started walking, then you started running. That's how you learned to ride a cycle. You saw others learning to ride a cycle, you started learning. Everything in your life, even the way you part your hair, the clothes that you wear, is by what we see. So, what did you see around money while you were growing up? Were your parents conservative, or were they risk takers? Was there fights around money, or was there happiness around money? Were there conversations around money, or was there silence around money? What is it that you saw while you were growing up? Did you see that your father had to work so hard that when you hardly ever saw him, and you said that I'm not going to be like my father? When I grow up, I'm going to see that there is balance. And there are two ways that we learn. We either become exactly like our parents and our money behavior is exactly like our parents, or we go the other end and we say, I will never be like them. And that we are not saying because we know better. We are saying out of anger and the need to prove ourselves and need to prove them wrong. And when we do this, this forms the second layer. How have you modeled yourself, or what is it that you saw while growing up that conditioned you and made the second layer of your blueprint? And the third thing is anything that you experience. Just like I told you right in the first slide, maybe your father, you lost a parent when you were very young. Maybe one of your parents was an alcoholic. Maybe one of your parents lost their job. Maybe one of your parents walked out of the house. Maybe there were a lot of fights around money. What was it that happened while you were growing up, which is your experience? And that experience you carry with you as you start growing up. These are all known as childhood wounding, and we all have these wounds. We have around 2000 to 3000 beliefs which are buried within us, and we start taking out one by one. It's like peeling off an onion. As you peel one, another one will surface. You have to just work patiently, and that's how you start changing your blueprint. So you have to tell me what your blueprint is
So there
set
are
for.
two to okay. So there are 2 to 3,000 belief system right from our childhood days.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, those are based upon the talks with parents or the environment. Okay,
Parents, environment, your
so like
environment.
okay, again we have our team member asking again. Probably it could be
Hmm.
our Dr. Ankam sir or
Yeah.
probably one of our
I
members.
will
So,
I will talk about my
so
book
what do we
a
have in
little.
I complete me? Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. I'll
Okay,
take it
cool,
a
fine, that's
little
fine.
later.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
continue.
So yeah. So what I want you to
Okay,
understand is
cool.
that what I'm going to share with you now are the five top conversations that I normally hear lot of people telling me, and this is because I worked with right now I worked with over 25,000 people on money already, on one-on-one coaching. In my training, I've worked with 125,000 people from across the world, and I've seen that these beliefs are common. It's not that it is very it's very local belief. No, everyone has these beliefs. The number one conversation that I hear people say is that, and this is something that we've touched upon earlier, which is that rich people are, when I say rich people are, there are a whole lot of labels which come. Rich people are evil, rich people are arrogant, rich people are show offs. There are a whole lot of things. You know how it is when you're going on a bike and a huge car overtakes you. Your first reaction is, abe, what is this? That's your reaction, right? Because we
Yeah,
automatically assume that if he's going in a big car. For instance, I see a lot of these young kids driving by in a Ferrari or a Peugeot, one of those high expensive cars, and I know that most people look at those kids and say these kids are brats. You don't even know those kids, and you already assume that they will be brats because we have that label. Now I want you to, if you're saying no, I'm not like that, I think rich people are good, I want to ask you, let's say you have gone on to Facebook. You're all on Facebook, right? You're on Facebook, and
yeah,
your friend has posted a huge picture, my graha pravesh, and he's got a beautiful house mansion that he built, and you are going to press like, you will press love also, and you say, bro, good job, congratulations, all the best. But in your
congratulations.
mind,
Yeah,
what happens? In your mind there is a tinge of jealousy because you're
ये साला
staying in a
कैसे
house.
कमा?
Ah, how? And मेरे पास नहीं है. Let's say someone posts and says, I have earned 5 lakhs this month. You are you are going to say well done, but you're not going to be too happy. You're going to feel that jealousy. So there is this tool which I have. If everyone is interested, I'm going to share the tool. If you want the tool, type yes in the chat box.
Yeah,
Give me the tool. Say give me.
yeah. If anybody is watching out there, like we have a couple of viewers out there, but if you're watching, just give a yes. Just type in yes in the comments. Definitely, I guess Vamsi would be there. We have like just type in comments yes if you're watching it live right now. If you are not the replay, but if you are watching us live right now, comment yes. Okay,
Okay,
Ashwini
so
Anand, could you please tell me how you became a master spirit life coach?
okay.
Okay, Ashwini, I guess, yeah, would you
All of
like
these
to?
are
Probably
answers.
that's a
Yeah, I
big
will take
yes
it
or a
from here.
500 yes. Yeah, Ashwini Anand, thank you so
Yeah.
much for that wonderful question. That could give 1,000 yeses. That could give 100 yeses. In fact, probably she
So
wants
should
to
I
be
share the
somebody
tool then?
like you, I guess. Ashwini, if you want,
Yeah. Okay, good.
yeah,
Okay,
Okay, we
so
have
one of the
Vamsi. Can
things
you
that
type in? Okay, Vamsi is saying when I am asking, he's saying yes, yes, online. I'm online. That's okay.
okay.
Probably
So
that's fine.
one of the things that
And
you can do
yeah,
every time we have a you when you see someone doing really well and you have some kind of jealousy which is involved, some kind of envy. It's a natural thing. You see your friend has gone to Switzerland and you have not enough money to go to Amirpet in your pocket, then you will feel that twinge of jealousy. So what you have to do is every time someone comes like that, you have to just place your hands on your heart. You can do it with me, Raj, so that the viewers can also do it. So you place
okay,
your
I'll
hands
do.
on your heart and you say, good for you, bless you. So when you bless something that you want, it starts coming into your life. That is how you change. Remember what I said, money vibrates with joy, money vibrates with happiness, money vibrates with love. These are the things that money vibrates with. So when you increase your vibration by saying good for you, bless you, that's when you start changing your mindset, start changing that blueprint about money. The second thing that I hear a lot of people say is it's better to
Wow.
give than to receive. How many people here know it's better to give than to receive? And they say, it's not spiritual to earn money. I just want to ask you
Oh,
that which are the richest institutions in the world? TTD, Tirupati,
wow.
um, Mecca, Padmanabha Swami Kshetram
All
in
these.
Kerala,
Yeah.
Vatican. These religious institutions are the richest because the religious institutions have taught us that you should give but not receive. Now, giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin. Now, if your religious institution can receive, can you also not receive? Which means what happens when you go to a restaurant and you've gone with a friend? You're very happy. You're having coffee, you're having chai, but then suddenly when the bill comes, there is a fight. Arre, मैं दूंगा. Last time you gave, this time let me give. Every time you only give, मैं दूंगा. There is this huge fight which happens about bill. Now the thing is, if you can't even receive a tea or a coffee from a friend, how will you receive the contract that you want? How will you receive the clients that you want? How will you receive the money that you
Oh,
want?
okay.
So if you
So you
say,
should be
I want
open
all
to
these things,
accept the.
you
So
have to be
like
open to accept them. Yeah. Because a lot of us say that we want, but
okay,
we don't
Ashwini Anand,
accept.
your yeah. Yeah, yeah, your question will be answered. Stay tuned. Keep engaging with author and Master Spirit Life Coach Sheila Ram Mohan Garu. Keep engaging. Listen to her. She will tell you or she will reveal the answer to you. So you will let you probably if you stay tuned, you will get to know the answer. Okay. Thank you so much for that question again.
Yeah.
Um, so it's like we should be more of willing to accept the money flowing in.
Money flowing in. That's
The
how
self
things start
acceptance
changing.
is very low.
Yeah. The third thing that keeps
Okay.
money, which I hear a lot of people say, is that um, now this is just I'm just putting it in a way which says that my Prince Charming is going to take care of me. Most of the when you how are we conditioned in our school when we go to school? Women are conditioned. They said go to school, get really good grades, go to college, get good grades. After your college, get a job, but not very good because if you get a really good job and really high paying salary, you will not get a good groom. So, okay, because at the end of the day, you have to get married. That is one thing. How are men conditioned? Men are conditioned that go to school, get good grades, go to college, get really good grades, get a job, really good job, because you have to provide for your entire family. So, can you see the kind of pressure it is there? Because women are not given enough resources by knowledge or funds to study more, and men are pressurized and put into this thing of earning money. So what happens? Women keep thinking that someone is going to come and rescue me. So once I get married, I don't have to do anything. Once I'm married, all my troubles get over. Now, most of you who are married know that once you're married, the troubles just start, right? And the thing is, your Prince Charming also won't know much about money. He comes from similar background like you. He's had the
Yeah, that's
similar
true.
belief system like you. So people don't know. You are not taught about money in school. You are not taught how to be happy. You are not taught how to be how to create money. You are not taught how to run your own business. Our entire mindset has been finish your education and find a good, secure job, monthly income which comes in, right? Which is why a lot of people aspire for government jobs because they believe there is security in it. So when you say things like this, it creates your reality. Again, I'm saying this, these are the blueprints that we have. The other thing that I hear people say is, I just need enough money to survive, or I just need enough money to get by.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is,
So how do we
if
come
you
out
have
of
this,
that talk? In fact,
yeah, of
yeah,
this talk, yeah, the survival talk, because you see, what is happening here is, I want you to understand that we are governed by what is known as laws, whether you believe in it or not. We have laws which are governing us, like the law of gravity. Now, the law of gravity is, whether you believe it or not, if you jump from the first floor, you will go down only, right? It doesn't matter whether it is Raj, whether it is Sheila, whether it is Ashwini Anand, or whether it is the Dalai Lama. You jump from the first floor or fifth floor, you will go down, land down. That is the law of gravity. Similarly, there is this law of focus, which says that what you're focusing on will
yeah.
grow in
The
your
law of
life.
gravity says that yeah, if we drop it, it's supposed to go. Oh,
Correct.
the law of
And the
focus.
law of
Whatever you
focus
focus
says
on, if you focus on scarcity, that's where
yes.
it grows. Okay.
Scarcity. So how do you focus on scarcity? For instance, sometimes you say, I'm not focusing on scarcity, I'm always thinking of 1 lakh. But I'm saying, when you're thinking of the money, you're in survival mode. You're saying, if I have enough money, this much money, if I make, I can pay off my debt, I can pay my EMI, I can pay my milk bill, I can get my groceries, I have enough money. So every time you're focusing on just getting enough. Now, Ashwini had a question where she said that if she's in a private job, how does she make more money without leaving the job? Now, the thing is, Ashwini, if you're working in a private organization with a minimum salary, you have to first go back and check what is it that is your belief systems about
Stop.
working in an organization. When you got the job, what was your belief systems? Now, the moment you change this, that I am good enough to earn money. Now, and here is where I'm going to. Now, if you don't take away anything from this talk that I'm doing, and you just remember this one thing, you will still change your money, and that is your net worth. Your net worth, that is the total money that you have after assets minus liabilities. Your net worth equals your self worth. You will be paid to the amount that you value yourself. So the moment you think
Oh,
that you're a
really?
better value, yes, the moment you think you have a better value,
Okay. Your voice
automatically
you
yeah,
okay. Your voice is cutting in and out.
voice is cutting.
Maybe due to
Okay,
the signal or connectivity. In fact, I had the same. In fact, the image is getting stuck, probably due to the Wi-Fi
okay,
signal, or
okay. My signal is pretty
I
high. Huh?
had the same conditioning.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, cool. Maybe it's the
yeah,
broadcasting.
mm,
Fine.
yeah,
Okay, full. So, in
yep,
fact, I had the same kind of conditioning in the past. In fact,
mm,
when I was a employee with HP, and when I left HP, I'd been going through. There were lots of suicidal thoughts. By the way, when you have lack of, when
mm,
you are in scarcity world, and when your
yeah,
focus is
yeah,
only on not having enough money for your family or for
mm,
your loved ones,
yeah,
it's hard to come out of that circle unless there is a
yes,
coach or there is a mentor who can pull you out.
yes,
It's not only
absolutely.
about the posture, self-talk,
Mm, mm,
but uh, the way you put it across. Thank you so much, Sheila. In fact,
mm,
you can continue as explaining how to earn more without leaving the current job. So it's always the mindset
yeah.
which needs to be changed, rather than
The first thing that is changing is
if
your
somebody owes
belief.
me one
Yeah.
lakh. Okay, so we should bless the person, or we should bless the universe, saying, okay, thank you for what I have right now. I am going to get by the grace of Lord or by the grace of God.
Mm,
Probably just leave the positive vibrations out there, you say, right?
yeah. So now just thinking and waiting for God to do something is not going to change anything in your life. Now, for instance, if
Oh,
you
okay.
like, again, I'm going to, I'm going to again answer Ashwini's question because it's a very important question and a lot of people go through this. Now, the thing is, when you're in this job, which is paying you minimum salary, what are your thoughts about that job? You are angry about the job, you're frustrated, you have a lot of anxiety around it. Yes. And I want you to again go back to it. When you need to create money, you have to be in a higher vibration. One of my clients who I worked with on one of the things that we did is she wanted a new job. So the simple thing that I told her is, this job which you have, if you're going to be grateful that it at least gives you a job every month, it's giving you money every month. It might be a minimum salary, but there are people who don't have a job. That means you're better off. So the moment you start feeling a lot of gratitude,
Yeah.
that's when a new job will come into your life. Now, she says, without leaving this job, I'm assuming, Ashwini, that if a better job comes, you're willing to leave this organization. I'm saying the way to change that is to be is to bless this job that you have right now and change your mindset. Now, I keep on focusing on the mindset because three-fourths of your life is created by your emotions, by your thoughts, and by the whatever personal advancement that you're doing, whatever personal development that you're doing. You cannot create money by doing anything else. These three things first you have to set in life. That is here. Now, the thing is, this is a very powerful thing that we have here between our ears, but we have not trained it to use it better, right? We have trained it to think sad thoughts, negative thoughts, anxious thoughts, suicidal thoughts, depressive thoughts. We've trained it to think. We've never trained it to change those belief systems. So, how do you train your brain? You train your brain exactly like how you would train your dog. Any of you have dogs? You know how you train a dog, right? You give a
Okay.
command, you say sit, then you give it a treat, you reward it, and then again you have to repeat it, sit. So you will command, reward, repeat, command, reward, repeat, command, reward, repeat.
Wow.
Similarly,
Reward repeat.
so for
Command reward repeat.
yeah,
Okay.
so to train your brain, let's say you want to change instead of saying I have a lot of money issues and I want just enough money to survive, you say I make large sums of money come to me easily and quickly. You're saying this affirmation over and over and over again, and then possibilities open up. Because when you're stressed about money, first thing that
Yeah.
happens is that the blood flow from your head is taken down into your legs and hands. Because when you're stressed, your brain thinks that there is a tiger and you have to fight it. It goes back to the time when we were in a cave, right? When a tiger came, you had to either
Okay.
fight or there is fight or flight. You will run away or you will stay. Now,
Okay.
when you have the stress, your brain is thinking that there is a tiger here. So your brain is saying, okay, now you have to run. So when you do that, there is no
Yeah.
brain, no
Fight or
blood in
flight
the
mode. Yeah.
brain. And when you have no blood in the brain, where is creative thinking? How will you think of any possibilities? Nag Babu says, I have an interest in real estate, but I didn't have investment. How to start my business? Wonderful. So, Nag Babu, first thing that you have to do is quiet your brain and use the power of it to find out what the possibilities are to get investment. We have this belief that
Okay.
it takes money to make money, right? How many
Can
of
he
you have
start his
that belief?
business without any money as it?
Of
Yeah.
course, you can start with an
What is
idea,
the
right?
question? How many of you have the belief? Yeah, many people started with
Most of the
idea.
people,
So, in fact,
yeah, you start with
so
the iPhone started with an
so
idea. The
the
Bill Gates started with an idea.
that is true.
Yeah, so,
So it's
yeah,
like it's bless the kind of things which you already have around you
yeah, yeah,
and show gratitude and
yeah.
just live the positive vibrations.
Hmm.
It's not only the
Yeah,
self talk as in the positive talk, but it's more of the emotional feeling, right? The emotional feeling towards
yeah,
self, which will give. So,
yeah.
hope Ashwini
Hmm.
Anand, they hope you got the answer to your question. You can also get in touch with Sheila at Lumiere website. In fact, I'll flash that on the screen. In fact, by the end of this presentation, Sheila would also show her contact information if you want to again get additional questions. In fact, question as to how to become a Master Spirit Life Coach.
Yeah,
is something which is going to be answered as well. And
yeah.
Nagbabu, for you, so what is the answer for Nagbabu? If we didn't find any investment, just positive thinking and idea will help, is what you're saying, right?
No, 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 no. I'm not saying that positive sitting with that's a wrong idea to say that positive thinking is going to help you. Positive thinking is not going to just help you. Right thinking is
Okay.
going to help you. Yeah. It's I want you to understand the difference
Right thinking will
uh,
help. Yeah. It will
between negative
accelerate.
thinking,
Yeah.
positive thinking, and the right thinking. For instance, let's say there is a this example of a glass half full and there is a glass half filled with water. Now, negative thinking is where you say the glass is
Yeah. The
half
glass is
empty.
half filled with water.
Yeah, the positive thinking is that
That's right.
the glass is half full. Right thinking is the glass has water only. Instead of 250 ml of glass, there is only 125 ml of water. Is the right thinking. You have to look at the practicalities instead of saying, "Oh, I will think positive." Thinking positive will not change anyone's life. Thinking negative, of course, makes it worse. So how? Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
So
you for
it's
showing that
not
bottle.
half filled or half empty. Yeah. It's not half empty or
Mm.
half full. Just be happy that you have water in it.
There is
I mean, do
water,
not
right?
think
There is
about the
water right
emptiness.
now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There is
There,
water. So be happy for
yeah,
whatever you have in life, as in.
correct. So
So
there
you
is
should be
this.
happy for the kind of investment. Okay, fine.
There is a very now. If you don't find investment, how do you start your business? First is you make your plan of what you want your business to do, and then start how if you had minimal investment. Now the thing is, most people say they don't have the resources. Okay, most people, it doesn't
Okay, they
matter
don't have
whether
the
you're
resources.
10th class pass. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're just 10th class pass or even 5th class pass. It doesn't matter. I'm saying most people say we don't have the
Wow.
resources, but I'm saying tomorrow, let's say, I don't want to wish anything bad, but I'm saying let's say there was a medical emergency and you had to put a stent in your heart or whatever, some family member had to do it. Won't you go and find that money from somewhere? You will. You will find that because when the need is really that strong, when the will is strong, you will find the way to do it. You will find a way to do it. So I want you to say, if you, Nag Babu, for instance, if you're saying that I want to do real estate, you find out why you want to do real estate. That purpose has to be very strong, and if that purpose is strong, you will manage to find. If you run cabs for film industry, then of course you know so many people, people
Yeah,
who
that's
were
right.
probably there. We all can find resources, and I'm not saying this because I have more contacts and you don't have contacts. I'm saying we all have more than enough number of contacts of people who can help us. But the thing that stops us is we don't like to ask for help because we feel asking for help is a
Oh, we
weakness.
don't ask. Okay.
No, we don't ask for help. We feel asking for help is a weakness.
Oh,
What
okay.
will that person think if I ask? Array, everyone wants to
Yeah.
help others. When you help others, you feel good. So when you go and ask someone for help, they feel good. I'm not saying pester that person, call up every day and say no, no. But at least look at those people who can help you. If you don't even ask one person, how will you find any help? You may have to ask 10
Okay.
people, you may have to ask 20 people, but help is possible. You need to find, you need to be able to stand up and say, what is the next step that I need to take? You don't need to know what your full plan is going to be 10 years ahead. No, your next step, what is it? One step at a time. When we want to create money, we are very impatient. For instance, the person Ashwini
Just
who
like the
asked
ball
about
hitting the racket. Yeah.
yeah, like Ashwini asked if she wants
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get a better paying job. The thing is, Ashwini, you're thinking about getting a better paying job. What is the action that you've taken? Right thinking is good, but after right thinking, you have to. What
Yeah.
is it that the step that you've taken? Have you started looking around for a better job? Have you started approaching headhunters? Have you started talking to the people in your circle who may be having a better job? Have you started up
Yeah,
leveling
we are
yourself,
like the
learning
fear of
some new
asking.
skills?
So that's right. We don't
Yes,
open our mouth and ask.
yeah.
I guess if Ashwini
Mind
Anand
you,
does a better job of
mm,
asking people for help,
yeah.
she can earn
Or
more
even
for sure.
learning new skills. What is it that you can do? I had a girl who, there was this woman who had come to me. She was separated from her husband and she had to look after her child. And she said, I'm earning no money. I have no money. What can I do? So I told her, okay, fine, let's sit down and let's make a list of all the things that you can do to earn money. From teach dancing to people to making papad at home, making dabbas at
Wow.
home, right? Making sabudana vadas because she made really good sabudana vadas. What do you do? What is it that you can do? Doing an MLM, joining Herbalife. These are the options that when you start listing down every skill that you have and which of these skills I can use to earn money. There is no pride in this. You want to make papads and sell papads. There is no pride. Oh my God, this is beneath us. No. The moment you start doing it, once she sat this and she looked at it and said, oh my God, I've got so many skills. And she started her dance studio. She started from a home
Oh,
with one
very good,
student.
very good.
Today, she is from this place, and today she goes to over 10 gated communities where she has about 50 students in each of those places who she's teaching dance exercise. I'm saying when you start thinking about it, thinking out of the box and not thinking with your problem, I'm saying the brain that created your problem cannot solve your problem. So which is why you need to join with people who can teach you how to do it.
Haven't.
Yeah. If you want a
Yeah, the
really
brain which
great,
created the problem will definitely not solve the problem. In
yeah,
fact, yesterday we
Einstein
had
said,
this comedy show,
Einstein
and there was this one of the. Oh, really?
yeah,
Wow,
continue.
awesome. In fact, no, there was this comedy series which was going on. One of the commenters mentioned, in fact, they asked, like, one of the child asked
Hmm,
teacher, like, teacher,
hmm.
when the question paper which you give has got all the questions, but the
Yeah.
answer paper which you give doesn't have all the answers. Why is it so? So, it's just that's
Yeah.
on a lighter note.
Hmm. Yeah. So I like this question that
Malika Srigaru, thank you. She's one of our huge fans.
okay.
I've been
So she
watching
said, I've
people
been
that self-confidence need to be encouraged to strengthen the best of life.
okay. So Malika, here's something that I have lot of people who come to me asking with this. It's very easy for you to talk because you are confident, you are this, you are that. The thing is, I didn't always start like this. And one thing that I want you to
Oh,
understand is everything that you need. That is where that S comes from, which is the spirituality aspect. Is that you have it inside of you. The happiness that you want, the self confidence that you want, everything comes from inside. And how do you strengthen it? How will you encourage self confidence? You can't. Self confidence comes from something that you do really well and you feel that confidence. That is where self confidence comes from. That's where self esteem comes from, which is a skill that you have. Right. Now, there was this story that I'd heard where they said that the gods were deciding where to hide happiness. So one of the gods said, "Let's hide it in the deep under the ocean." And the other god said, "No, no, humans are very
okay,
smart. They will go deep into the ocean and they'll get happiness." So one of the gods said, "Okay, let's hide
okay.
it high on the mountains." Said, "No, no, humans are very smart. They'll find some place to climb up to the mountain and find it." So the third god
I
said,
got the
let's
answer.
hide it inside them. Yeah, because humans will never look inside of themselves to find it. So that is your
That's
answer, Malika. Look inside.
awesome. That's an awesome
Thank you. Yeah,
story, which
everything
I
you need.
never told that to me in the last. Okay.
No,
In
I
fact,
also learned new things.
again, my coach again. The couple of other coaches whom I follow, again, Murli Sundaram, happiness
Mm,
coach, couple of other coaches
yeah,
now. The coaches from stock market, we have Dr. Mani Pavitra, we have
mm,
Rashwin
yeah,
Rajendra. We know all the coaches which are there abroad. In fact, now my
mm.
personal mentor coach is again the Tutors Pride founder, Dr. Ankam Garu, who is guiding me,
Oh, wow.
whatever the kind of
Yeah,
things which I had
mm,
in
yeah,
mind for past 15 years. This is like a dream come true. So I'm like
mm,
blessing. I don't look at the long term. I look at what is immediately right in front of me. Just like any
yes,
cricketer or somebody who plays the ball, if
yeah,
somebody who is hitting the ball, they look at the immediate ball. They don't think about what is the ball, fifth ball or sixth ball. They don't think about what's going to happen next week. They look at what is
yes,
right in front of their eyes. So that's
correct.
how I am
Yes,
focusing. What is right in front of me with the
mm,
limited resources which I have. In fact,
yeah,
I'm so glad that when I requested you to join us for the live, the lots of tutors we have a database of over 5 lakh tutors, and for every year
Yes.
since 2017, 2018, 2019, Dr. Ankangaru and the entire team of Tutors Pride had been facilitating the teachers, the government teachers, the
Mm.
private school teachers, the coaches who are there in the industry. He had been facilitating them through the celebrities. He calls everybody
Okay.
that celebrity is a teacher. Like teacher is
Mm.
a
Mm.
celebrity. Even
Teachers
IIT
celebrate.
Ramaya Garu. Now,
Yeah.
for 2020 or 2021, obviously, Sheila Ram Mohan and the entire team also, probably whoever is there, Preeti,
Mm.
Bajpai, or the
Yeah.
team of Lumiere
Yeah.
24. So we have a
Mm.
commenter, one of the comments who asked about what can you tell about Lumiere? In fact, okay, it's somebody from our
Okay.
team only.
Yeah.
What does
Okay.
Lumiere stand for?
Yeah. Lumiere is a French word for light. So when I started this business, what Lumiere does is
Okay.
we coach people. Now when I say coaching, when I go to banks and they say what firm it is, and I say it's a coaching firm, they think I'm running a tuition
People.
class. It's not it's not a tuition class. When I'm saying coaching, it is actually,
Yeah.
this is
When we
what
say
the God said, right? You have to look within. I help people learn how to find those things within them.
look,
So how to uncover the self
yeah,
confidence they
people are
have, the
addicted to
happiness
this.
they have too.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you there. I mean,
Yeah,
people are more about this numbers oriented, marks oriented.
yeah,
When we say
yeah,
coaching, they
yeah,
think about
yeah. They think that. Hmm.
Chaitanya coaching, Narayana coaching, or
Yeah,
for IIT coaching and all that. So when
yeah.
it's coaching,
So we are,
looking for self within self,
yeah.
it's more of an experience.
So
Yeah.
it is basically, I know that we all have a better self, and how to go from this here to there, that bridge that you require, the bridge is what I provide. So we do coaching and mentoring.
Wow.
We do personal coaching for people. We also have online on ground programs, which are, one of which is called you and money, where I teach people how to create more money in their lives. Now, this thing which I spoke is just for 1 hour, but I have a have an online program which is for 3 days, where I do it live, 2 hours every day,
Wow.
where I'm actually
Online.
teaching you how to,
Okay.
online, where I teach you how to control your mind so that you can help it, you can create more money. Now we have a success rate of 40%. I'm very proud of that. Okay, you don't even get a 40% success rate in a
Wow.
stock market. So 40% of the people who come through us actually start making more money. Why am I saying only 40%?
Okay.
Because the rest of the people don't do the job which is given. And I know that because it is about conversations that we have about money, right? We are talking about money. We are constantly talking in our head, and we are having thoughts and feelings. It shows in our body. So I have a mind body tool which I use, which creates instant change in the money scene. So if you're looking for a job and you use this mind body tool, immediately you will find a shift. So this is a program that I offer. And
Wow.
actually, Raj, if you, for your tutors pride, for your faculty, if you want to have this, we can talk about it. I'm willing to do one exclusively for them if there are enough numbers.
Yeah, yeah, sure. The biggest challenge which I have is though the subscriber list is close to 5 lakh,
5 lakh,
we
yeah.
have tutors like the database which had been since 2013, 2012,
Yeah,
2013 was when the domain got registered
yeah.
for tutorspride.com. But the private
Hmm.
before pandemic, before Corona hit, there were tutors who were going to homes. So we have a list of
Hmm.
tutors, just like the Uber of
Yeah,
education. So we
okay.
have few
Hmm.
tutors, private tutors, who go home and teach children. So there are parents who place
Okay.
the request online, and these
Hmm.
teachers are scheduled depending upon the availability, and they get paid.
Okay.
Let it be 5,000
Okay.
or 10,000, depends upon the
Yeah.
teacher, the number of
Hmm.
hours they teach. So it's like a private
Hmm.
tuition teaching. And some of them now they are
Okay.
available through smartphones, through Zoom calls, or through online.
Hmm. Hmm.
In fact, we have lots of PhDs and doctors. In fact, Malika Sri also
Okay.
was talking about, she's a consultant,
Hmm.
educational counselor, and child psychologist. In fact,
Hmm.
the one thing which I have noticed is many of them give away, as in they
Hmm.
give, but they don't invite money. They think that asking money, asking fees is a
Hmm.
negative thing. They just say, Miko, like, you just give whatever you can, you just offer me whatever you can.
Hmm.
They don't
Yes.
demand
Yeah.
money, as in, like the way they say, air is abundance. In fact, the air which we
Hmm.
breathe, or the oxygen which we breathe, is abundant.
Hmm.
But again, the
Hmm.
water in the ocean is also abundant. And I heard this from
Hmm.
many of the coaches, that the
Yes.
money is out there is abundant. But are you willing to accept it? If you are holding a spoon, like the way you
Hmm.
taught me,
Hmm.
if it rains, like if you're holding a spoon,
Hmm.
maybe only spoonful or bucketful, or it'll be very little.
Yeah.
So how do we?
Correct.
You can continue with the presentation, as in the EMPS,
Hmm.
if you could show us, or probably if there are any additional slides. So you had
Hmm.
learned from the coaches. In fact, I only knew that it was T. Baker from whom you learned. In fact, the other
Hmm.
woman whom I had seen on the slideshow, I never
Hmm.
heard. Probably I should Google them by watching the
Yeah.
replay of this video
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I But overall, how much of money have you invested so far, Sheila?
Overall, I think I have invested close to 40 lakhs in my own education since
Wow.
2013. Okay. Now, when I say this number, it's not because
But was
now
there
that
was
is the kind of money that you pay for Harvard and you get no education, right? You get a qualification, but you don't really get the mindset. But what you have to do is you have to invest in yourself. That is very important. Most of us
self?
never invest in our own education. We don't up level, we don't upskill, and we think that whatever we've learned in schools and colleges is enough. It's not enough. When my son was just I think he was in 8th grade, and I was doing a survey, and I asked him, what if you could choose the subjects that you could learn in school, what subjects would you choose? And he was just in 8th grade, and he said, I want to learn how to lead a team, I want to learn how to be confident, I want to learn how to be happy. And you notice these are things that are never taught in school. We are not even taught financial IQ. We are not taught how to manage money. Most people say that when I have lots of money, I will manage the money. No, when you have whatever little you have, if you manage that,
Ah,
that's when you start making more money. It's exactly like, if you have a
this
three-year-old
is the
child.
biggest mistake which many people.
Yeah,
That's right.
a lot
That's
of
right.
people say
So
that. They say,
even
what are you
I
talking
had the
about
same thought
money
flow. Like I say, if I
management?
have, that's right. If I have more
Hmm,
money, I'll manage. So
hmm,
if you can't manage very little money, why will God give you more money?
yeah, yeah.
So
And
if you are
actually,
giving,
there's this.
I had a breakthrough also. Uh,
Uh, like one of the points that you made
so there
was
is a
that
delay. There is a delay of
it's like
like
when
10
we're
seconds between our conversation.
okay. What I'm saying is that we always have this money is like air. You said that when we are breathing in and out, you're not saying, "Oh my God, let me save this breath." Maybe the next breath will not come. Are you saying, "Let me breathe less because if I breathe more, the other person will
No,
not
no.
have money." We have we have all kinds of silly beliefs around money. For instance, money will not be there if I get more money. Other people will not be happy if I get money. I People will not like me anymore, or because I don't have money, I'm not respected by anyone. We have all kinds of things. Like I said, all that starts first inside. Once you start changing those, that's when you will actually start seeing the change in your money. And that is one of the things that I actually, because I've worked with money since now 7 years, and I have taught over 25,000 people, I know. And each of these things which I'm telling you are things which I worked on with myself, and I know that they work. They're
Wow.
simple tools. They're simple tools. They're not anything that requires rocket science to understand. They're simple tools that you understand. For instance, right now on the show, I'm going to give you a tool which, if you practice diligently for 21 days, you will see an increase in your bank account. Do you think I should share it with your viewers?
Wow.
If they say yes, I will share it. Otherwise, I'll not share it.
Yeah,
I've got a
definitely.
lot
Why
of
not?
free.
Probably anybody who is going to hit, probably, again, we are going to, the other thing which we are going to do is, even though it's a lengthy webinar, we are doing as
Yeah,
part of increasing our community online. Now, the Tutor Spread
yeah,
community, most of them are all through WhatsApp groups. or they are
Hmm.
available through phone calls.
Yeah.
Most of them are not digitally active. Most of
Hmm.
the tutors, they are like offline tutors who used to go to
Hmm.
homes and
Yeah.
teach whatever the high school children,
Hmm. Hmm.
getting them equipped with IIT coaching, or most of them are somebody who is into math and science, because our founder himself is a, PhD. He's a mathematician. He had done his
Hmm.
double PG. In fact, he also is in masters in Telugu. Apart
Okay.
from that, you should definitely share it, because we make these big webinars into small bites of pieces. In fact, I
Okay.
have taken up the responsibility of, as part of video
Okay.
marketing. Again, we will take the good bites and we will
Hmm.
circulate them into the show, as in circulate them in the community or in the WhatsApp groups, because when we send them a 1 minute bite, they do have time to watch.
Hmm.
They do have 1 minute to
Hmm.
go through something, because most of
Yeah.
them
Hmm.
would love to have infotainment. So we will put,
Yeah.
if you could share us that tip of how to,
Hmm.
um, that would be a great, very good show,
Yeah.
ma'am. If possible, I'll attend your workshop in future. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you, Ashwini Anand. So yeah, you can share that. Probably we'll be waiting to
So
watch.
this thing, if you this is one thing that you can do to increase
What
your
is the
money
one
flow.
tool?
Yeah, one tool. So it's very simple. We all have bank accounts, right? And we all have bank accounts on our phones. Also, we have
Yeah,
the
we all have
apps.
bank account.
So all I want you, what happens normally is that we
Yeah,
don't
that's
check
right.
how much money we have in the balance because we are always worried. The moment we see the amount in the bank, we always tense and we say, "Oh my God, it will not be enough. It will not be enough," right? So uh, like I said, if you're looking at things from what you want to increase, if you're having stress looking at it, it will not increase because what you focus on grows. So, what I want you to do is, I want you to just sit down every day morning, open your bank account, look at that amount. It doesn't matter
Okay.
how much you have, it doesn't matter whether you have 100 rupees in it, you have 1000 rupees, you have 10,000 rupees, or you have 1 lakh. It doesn't matter. Whatever the amount that you have in your bank account, look at it. And then when you look at it, I want you to feel gratitude that despite the amount in the bank, you have food to eat, you have air to breathe, you have a bed to sleep on, you have coffee, you get your 6 meals a day, right? We are not just eating 3 meals, we eat 6 times a day. You're getting all that. Your children are healthy. You still have some amount of work. You you have love in your life. So what are the things that you can be grateful for? And just place your hands on your heart and for a moment, just feel that gratitude. And this is my challenge. If you do it continuously for 21 days, you will see an increase in your money in the bank. I don't know how it happens, but magically it improves. Magically it improves.
Okay, I'm checking.
You
It's
just
been
have
quite a
to
while
try.
that I haven't checked my bank balance.
I
So,
know
like, look at
because
the
when we check
numbers
our bank
daily
balance,
for 21 days, and visualize, right? Visualize. So, no matter if it's 100 rupees or
don't
1000
need a
rupees or 1 lakh
yeah,
or
don't need to
1
visualize.
crore,
Don't need
visualize, right?
no, you don't need to visualize.
Oh,
You don't
no
need to
need of visualizing. Just put
just
a
have to
hand
keep
on your
hand
heart and
put hand on your heart and just
uh,
be grateful for everything that you have in your life
okay.
despite that bank account.
Whoa.
Focus on stress release
So just
management
be
when you have
grateful
money flow.
for when you are earning money regularly, age restriction should not be taken. I feel, ma'am, can you focus on stress management also? So it's like, okay, many people are worried, right? As Sheila Garu also mentioned, Malika ji. Probably again, Sheila will be the best person to answer. I'll just give my perspective. So if you are more worried about money, whatever you focus is what grows in your life. If you focus on saying, I'm not going to get it, it is going to be stuck, the person is not going to deliver it, or probably if you are not showing gratitude for what's around you, obviously that's what will, I guess, the secret of the law of attraction. In fact, we would love to know what's in the I complete me also.
Yeah.
But I had couple of
What I
aha
want you
moments,
to
ma'am.
want here,
Not
I want
just saying it because now one aha moment for me is the story which you mentioned. Where is happiness? Is it deep in the ocean where the
yeah.
God is
Hmm.
storing it, or is it in the mountains where the god had stored it,
Yeah.
but the other god answered that let's store it in the other person's, I mean, within
Mm.
self of the humans. So
Yeah.
I truly, in fact, I see lots of these guys who had been to Tony Robbins event or UPW virtual. I see 3 days somebody said something, and how does the transition, how does the transformation happen? How do the people jump and
Mm.
scare? In fact, the transformation
Mm.
happens. We follow everybody from
Mm.
Success Resources or Success
Yeah.
Gyan,
Yeah.
and I monitor almost hundreds of coaches globally. What are the new things they are doing? What are the bad things which are doing? They say consistency is one huge success. In fact, I love the way you maintain Lumi 24 YouTube channel. In fact, I had
Yeah.
to show Lumi 24 to a couple of our team members at Tudor's Pride also. The
Mm.
consistency is this success in mind. That's the key. That is the ultimate key for success. Many people give up because if you do something for
Mm.
21 days, I'm going to do this, checking my. I'm glad that they can't zoom in, but I'm going to show gratitude by looking at my bank account.
Uh,
Thank you so much for that wonderful tool, Malika Garu. So do this little exercise, showing gratitude for what you already have in your bank account. Let it be a couple of thousands, let it be a couple of lakhs, but show gratitude by looking at it daily for 21 days. At the end of 21 days, again, we'll have a personal chit chat or a coffee with Sheila Ram Mohan again online. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, Sheila, you can continue. Thank you so much.
there is
If you're watching this
one
or if you're hitting replay, please hit subscribe and also do comment. Other people who are commenting, we'll also stream this recorded version again. We'll stream it live again through our social media channels, be it Facebook or Instagram. We are going to do that as well. Yeah, Sheila, you can continue. What is that one thing which you
Yeah,
say?
I wanted to tell Malika Shri this. She said, "Can you focus on stress management?" Now the thing is, again, like I said, the universe is like a Google search uh, machine. So if you say stress
Wow.
release management, also Google picks up only stress. Sorry, the universe picks up only stress. It's like Google. In Google, if you put stress release
Oh,
also, it will show you everything to do about stress. So let's say, can we focus on peace management, on increasing peace, on increasing joy in our lives? That's what we can focus on, which is what we do in our workshops. We teach on how you can actually start improving your vibe so that what you're focusing on is different. For
I
instance, if
love this. I love this. Where did you get this? Yeah, where did you get this analogy? I love this. In fact, that is very true. So the universe is like Google engine, Google search
yeah,
engine.
it is.
So if you
The
put
Google
stress
search.
management,
Yeah,
it will give only stress management results. So
correct.
if you
It'll
say
give you
to
about
the
stress.
universe saying, "Oh, I'm stressed," you will only get stress results.
Yeah. It's
Wow,
like
that's a
saying
great
whether,
analogy. This is my third aha moment now.
okay, I have many more such moments, don't worry. Okay. So if
Thank
there are
you.
any questions,
So what is it
take any
like
more.
playing in the weather?
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, yeah. You are correlating it to weather. What was the other thing which you said about
No, no, I was saying that
weather?
if you want to listen to you like Arijit Singh, but you don't want songs by, let's say, Sonu Nigam, and you type over there no songs by Sonu Nigam in Google search, it is going to show you songs by Sonu Nigam only. It's not going to show you Arijit Singh. So if you, what is it that you want? You want
Yeah, that's
peace. You
true.
don't want stress. You want peace. You want money. You don't want debt. So focus on money.
I love this. I'm going to use this. This is awesome. So if there are any questions, Ashwini, Anand, or Malika Sri, I don't know if Vamsi is watching. If you have any questions, comment below. And but do get in touch with. Let me flash Lumi 24 also. I got that open. Um, in fact, once the pandemic is over, once the corona is over, also, we would love to invite you to our studio, Sheila Ram Mohan Garu.
Mm.
In fact, oh, I'm available to provide, sir. Stress release management is done for my students, parents regularly. But again, when it comes to finances and stress, probably the balance part, that's very good, Malika Garu. Thank you so much. Um, So for stress, I guess she's a stress management coach. She can be called. It's but she's super active. In fact, I've been following the kind of content which we do for Dr. Ankangbaru or for Tutor Sprite brand as part of the brand management. But one name which always keeps popping up is Malika Sri. So it's like I thought it was a youngster who is vibrant, but ma'am has got a herd of a teenager, I would say. Um, in fact, she was also there in one of the sessions out there. So if the participants who are watching this log on to lumi24.com, and you did speak about what's inside the book, Sheila. That's something which you didn't mention.
Yeah.
What's in the book?
Uh, I Complete Me is was actually written by my obsession to listen to people speak. Like I said, I listen to what the words people are saying and how it's creating the life. And I Complete Me talks about how you first need to change everything inside. You have to first have a relationship with yourself before you actually can create a relationship outside. So most of us, we keep looking out for that house, for that person who will make us feel whole and complete. And we say that when we have that perfect relationship, that's when we are going to be happy. So my my attempt with this book is that you first, our primary relationship is with ourselves. So how, if you have self love within you, which
Wow.
is
So it's not a book only for women. It's for
no, no,
everybody
it's not.
who.
Yeah, yeah. It's for every. It's written from a woman's perspective because I believe I'm a woman, so it's written from my perspective.
Okay,
So,
that's
so
awesome.
it's written from my
Uh,
experiences and my clients. So,
Wow. Okay. So I guess this coming from our founder, who is also
hmm,
using the Tudor Sprite channel. He
hmm,
says that,
okay.
in fact, my hands are free. Let me
Hmm,
let me populate. There's nothing which I've typed in. In fact, this is our team who is also watching it. So Malika
okay.
Sri ma'am has counseled and trained nearly 500 students, and also 5,000 plus. It's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for letting us know about that. If you have any questions, for Sheila Garu, probably hit in comments below. We have like 4 minutes for any open questions. In
Yeah.
fact, Sheila, one thing which I would like to ask is we have our own Tudor Sprite studio, which is like the state of the art. We would say
Hmm,
world class technology, but depending upon the kind of infrastructure which we are having. So it's been
hmm,
upgraded during the pandemic right now for the last 3 to 4 months. It's
okay.
like any studio out there. So we are trying to level up with be it the CNBC or probably we are with the kind of limited resources which we have. We are trying to be our world class with whatever we have.
So,
So you are welcome. You are always welcome. You are mostly invited. If you say Raj, I'm coming down, the doors are always open. Thank you so
hmm,
much for. We have like 3 more minutes. I know after another half an hour again you'll be busy online with
yeah,
the regular coaching classes with your students
yeah,
or with the other community members. But it's been
yeah.
awesome. 90 minutes for me, just like other coaching sessions which we initially there was like I'm trying to be frank here. Initially I thought okay it's going on and all, but 90 minutes melted like an ice cream. I would say again this comes from yesterday's quote, but it's been awesome for me. I mean, I enjoyed
Hmm.
it. Best wishes for you this evening. Congratulations, Mr. Raza. All the best. Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
Malika Garu. Again,
Thank you very much. Yeah.
any questions for Sheila, ma'am? Malika, if you're watching this, any questions for? We have like 2 more minutes. The thing is, Sheila, like when we are streaming it, there's a delay of like 10 to 20 seconds in the participants commenting
Okay.
and the way it's being broadcasted
Hmm,
because of the service.
okay.
She says, keep smiling,
Okay.
life is beautiful. Probably she might ask us the question. She's just trying to put in. So if you have lots of money, give it to us, guys. If you're watching this, show me the money, give us the money. Tutor Sprite is always welcome with open hands to accept your money. I'm serious, by the way. And if you want more money, ఆన్లైన్లో డబ్బులు ఎలా సంపాదించాలి ఆన్లైన్లో లక్షలు ఎలా సంపాదించాలి probably we'll do an advanced version of this. Sheila, would you like to show a couple of more slides, the ending
No, I don't
slides
want
as
to
to
show
if
any
you
more.
have something
No,
for
I
the
don't.
tutors we
Uh,
want to discuss.
it's There's
Okay,
not
we'll
enough
discuss is what you're
time.
saying.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that if you are
Okay,
interested for
fine.
your community, I can speak. But I want to say, leave you with just one thought, which is that When you need to earn money, your focus shouldn't be on earning money. Your focus is on how much value you can give, because the amount of money that you will get is equivalent to the
Wow.
amount of value that you give. So that's all it is. Money is just an exchange, it's an energy
Wow.
exchange for the value that you can give. So thank you very much for having me here.
Wow. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sheila.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks
so
to you.
much for all the golden nuggets. And we will share the mini bites of this also with the community, or we'll have this like a mini WhatsApp course of 90 minutes. Thank you, Sheila Ramon. Thank you for
Yeah,
whoever had
and
watched Vamsi, Ashwini,
my
Anand,
YouTube
Mallikarjun, Nagam.
my YouTube channel also has the lot of money related videos. So if you can link the YouTube channel, then they can probably watch them over there. And
Yeah,
Lumia
sure.
20.
I'll share it. Yeah, I'll share it in the comments below. Yeah, I have it right
Yeah.
here. Like, do we just say YouTube forward slash Lumir
Yeah, you can
24?
say
I have it
Lumia
here.
24 or you can say Sheila Ram Mohan, you will
Okay,
find it. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much. And
I'm
I
just
will
leaving a
take
comment.
leave now. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Thank you so much. Bye
Yeah.
bye. Take care.
Bye.
If you are watching live and if you would like to join, in fact, many of us as coaches, trainers, speakers, tutors, private tuition teachers, we know as per the new education policy, we need to give lots of value. So the last part which Sheila had mentioned, um, do not focus on earning money. If your focus is only on earning money, you will lose it. As in, uh, focus on the kind of value which you are adding, the kind of value which you're going to bring it onto the table. So if you are a person out there who would like to make money online, if you are a person who would like to get into the world of coaching, training, speaking, if you want to be a public speaker, if you want to, again, the single number one tool is keep smiling, which everybody keeps saying, but only when you come to the playground you get to play the real game. If you're playing cricket or if you're playing football or if you're swimming, you can't just swim by reading books. You can't swim by just going through the theory part. So if you want to become a world class speaker, you have to perform on the stage. You have to hit the record on your camera button. If you are somebody out there watching this, if you're hitting the replay or if you're watching it live right now, hit the record button. Do not fear the smartphone which you have, like the little camera out there which you have. Hit record, watch yourself on the screen, get acquainted, and also the 21-day exercise which Sheila had given us. Look at your bank accounts, no matter what the number is. Show gratitude. Do it continuously, whether it will work or not. Do it continuously. Um, Show gratitude. Show be thankful for whatever you have in your life. Okay, only when you are thankful for what you already have, when you're grateful, when you're showing gratitude for what's around you, what's around in the world, what's around in the environment, that's when you can grow. Be it stock market, be it trading, be it in the world of creating courses. Many the biggest mistake which all of us does is we think that okay, we are going to pitch our courses, we are going to pitch our online mentoring, coaching. There are people out there, everybody out there, it's a me world out there. Everybody are selling courses, they are pitching their products out there. Only when you add value to the community, the community marketing is the post COVID marketing. If you want to market your products and services, if you want to be the number one, if you want to beat Gary Vee or Grant Cardone or Oprah Winfrey, or if you want to beat anybody, all the influencers out there, beat Tony Robbins, if you want to beat all the influencers out there, accept yourself for who you are and build the community. If you're building your community, if you're watching this live, if you want to build your own community, if you want to build your own tribe, if you want to show your vibe to the world out there, get in touch with us, because Tutors Pride family is a 5 lakh plus worth family now. All the tutors throughout India, we are also building this community to a global platform. If you are an NRI out there, who somebody from UK, Singapore, or if you are somebody who is in a different part of the world, not from India, you are also welcome to join us. We are looking for collaborations, partnerships with all the coaches out there. If you are somebody who is willing to teach the world with what you have, if you have a skill set, if you are good in math, get in touch with us. If you're good in science, get in touch with us. If you're good in languages, linguistics, we have Tutors Pride Linguistics also. We have Tutors Pride Sports. We have various community building activities. If you're good at, just like if you're part of Toastmasters Club, we also have Tutors Pride Speaking Club, where we have a community who will nurture and who will help you grow. So we have team of enthusiastic participants within the community. We have closed WhatsApp groups, which I can show you if you would love to join. Go to fb.com Tutors Pride India, the forward slash. If you go to tutorspride.com, you can come to all our social media channels also. But do not worry about future. Do not worry about past. Only thing which I would suggest you to do is take a deep breath, be in the present moment, look at what is life offering you in the present moment. Okay, take life step by step. Okay, one step at a time, one goal at a time. What are you doing for today? What are you going to do for this hour, for this minute, or for this week? And stick to it, because discipline is the ultimate tool which you have to master. It's not the motivation. Motivation will not work. People say you get inspired, but inspiration and motivation is utter bullshit. If you're watching anybody out there, people say motivational speaker, and people say that inspirational speaker out there, people sharing stories. All of that is not at all going to work. What works is the discipline. If you have the discipline of getting up without your alarm on the clock, if you are getting up at 5 a.m., if you're getting up at the thought which you have, if you are getting up at that thought, that is the discipline which will take you forward. Okay, keep smiling, keep marching forward. Do not think about past, because your past is not equal to future. What you have at the moment, take a deep breath, maintain a rhythmic breathing. There should be a rhythm in whatever the every breath you take. The maintain the That's again a different ball game. That's a different session altogether. We will bring you all that in the future sessions of Tutors Pride. If you want to be a tutor, if you want to be an online tuition teacher, if you want to be a coach, if you want to be a trainer, get in touch with us. Uh, Follow the social media channels of Tutors Pride. Ping us on Facebook, ping us on WhatsApp. If you want to be a presenter here, you can be a better presenter than me. If you want to be, if you believe that you are the best teacher, best private teacher, best government teacher, it's not the awards and rewards which will judge us, but what kind of value have you given in the society? What is the kind of legacy which you are living forward? So when you leave this earth, when you leave this planet earth, what is that you are living with the community? What is the legacy which you are living with the community? Does people remember you? Does people remember you as the best teacher, best trainer, best speaker? So think about it. What is the kind of value which you're going to add? Hit us on the social media channels, get in touch with us. We will help you. The entire team of Tutors Pride is always welcoming you to shine you brighter. Okay, thank you guys. Hats off to you, and thank you for watching this replay if you're watching it. And thank you for Sheila Ram Mohan for being there with us this evening. And in the next live, we are going to bring a speaker who will teach us how to earn lakhs online. Online lo lakshalu ela sampadinchali. Have been through it. You've been through it. And if you say you are going through a limited belief and past conditioning, join us. ఓకే ఆన్లైన్లో లక్షలు ఎలా సంపాదించాలి అని మీకు కోరిక లేకపోతే నేర్చుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నారా? చాలా మంది ఆన్లైన్ వరల్డ్ అంటే ఓన్లీ ఫ్రీ 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 అంటారు. గూగుల్ ఫ్రీ, ఫేస్బుక్ ఫ్రీ. ఇంతకుముందు షీలా గారు చెప్పినట్టుగా గూగుల్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే స్ట్రెస్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఇస్తుంది. నో సోను నిగమ్ సాంగ్స్ అంటే సోను నిగమ్ సాంగ్స్ ఇస్తుంది. సో మీకు ఆన్లైన్లో అంటే నాకు ఆన్లైన్లో డబ్బులు రావట్లేదు, ఆన్లైన్లో డబ్బులు ఎలా సంపాదించుకోవడం రావట్లేదు అంటే మీ మైండ్ అలాంటి వాళ్ళనే కనెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది, అలాంటి థాట్సే మీకు చేస్తుంది, అలాంటి పాత్ ఫ్లోనే దొరుకుతుంది. సో అందరికీ 24 గంటలు ఉన్నాయి. చిరంజీవి గారికి 24 గంటలు ఉన్నాయి, అల్లు రామలింగయ్య గారికి 24 గంటలు ఉన్నాయి, ఆర్ వీధిలో ఉన్న బిచ్చగాడికైనా 24 గంటలు ఉన్నాయి. బట్ వై ఆర్ ద అదర్ పీపుల్ డజంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ మనీ? వై ఆర్ ద అదర్ పీపుల్ successful, the kind of network which you have, the kind of people whom you are connected to. So if you want to get connected to a well inspired community who will make other people grow, join hands with us, be there with us. If you are watching this, comment below as to what do you do for a living. Are you living only on the salary? Are you living only on the regular 9 to 5 job? Are you addicted to, people say that salary is a bribe which your boss pays you? Are you somebody who is getting addicted to the kind of salary which you're getting? Are you somebody who already has got your course? Like many people out there, they say they publish their books. I know lots of coaches out there who spend 20 to 40 lakhs on publishing their course, the publishing book. They're an authors, they're well established authors, but they do not have any social media footprint. When we look at their YouTube videos, when we look at the kind of videos which they are published on social media, be it on Facebook, Instagram, we do not have any tools. If you're watching this, comment below as to what you do for a living. I'll just see the comments uh, and log on to tutorspride.com. So, what do you do for a living? Comment below and let me know. I'll wait to hear from you. Many people, if it is for free, we don't value it. Instagram is free, we don't value it because it's free. We value only things which we pay money for. Google is free, YouTube is free, YouTube account is free. I know lots of YouTubers who earn couple of lakhs every week, not month. I know there are people who make every week there are $1 million. I'm not kidding. I know people from Singapore, I know people from US who make $1 million every week. And the only reason I'm trying to puff my lungs is because if somebody can do it, you can do it because God had given them the same two eyes. God had gifted us the same tongue. God had gifted us the same. All the tools are the same. Everybody has got the limited resources, but the way we conditioned our mind, in the words of Earl Nightingale, again, I would try and reiterate that what are the seeds which you are sowing in? If you are sowing in happy seeds, you get happy life. If you are sowing the seeds of the poison, like the plant which is the poison plant, I'm a plant, but if you're sowing the seeds of the poison plant, that's what the tree will be. If you're sowing the seeds of a rose tree, that's what the seeds will be. So what are the seeds which you're sowing in your mind? Are you putting in the thought seed saying that I'm abundant, I'm a successful person, I'm an achiever, I'm an excellent person, I have strong, excellent, fantastic communication skills? Are you somebody who is just driving yourself back? So if you are somebody who is living in a limited conditioning yourself with the past actions which what happened in your life, get rid of those. Get a mentor, get a coach. I have like probably 6 to 7 coaches right now in the last 10 to 15 years. I would say since 2008, I've been following coaches. I paid couple of lakhs to have those coaches in my life, and I strictly follow them. But one thing which I do is follow consistently. I try and publish videos, or I help other people publish their videos. If I'm not doing videos, if you don't see any of my videos on my social media channels, that only means that I'm helping somebody out there publish their videos. So instead of living my dreams, I help other people achieve their dreams. So add value to other people's lives, be out there, go out there, take the initiative with whatever the limited knowledge you have, level up, go there, help people out there. And once again, hats off to you out there, for people watching replay, people watching live. All this is Raj Misa signing off, your video marketing coach. I'm with Tutors Pride as the creative head here, but I'll see you soon again. Thank you, and let's stay connected through social media. Bye bye. Take care.